So what I'd like you to do is get comfortable. Place your feet flat on the floor, rest your hands comfortably in your lap. Good. And just close your eyes and relax. Close your eyes and relax. And the deeper you go, the better you feel. Calm and comfortable, relaxed, and feeling good.
So Asad, it was a pleasure to have you here at our second event. It was amazing to see you up on stage, and it was really nice to actually have both clinical and the education and entertainment part of it. What I actually wanted to talk to you about is just kind of to recap everything. And I realized before you went on stage, you actually were in a kind of different zone, a mental zone, and I could see you doing some sort of preparation. So I'm really curious as to what you were doing then.
Okay, there's something called the trainer's state, okay, Nirvana? And basically what you do is you move from foveal vision to peripheral vision. And it's really simple to do. If you wanted to do it, you'd concentrate in on a spot in front of you, and then you'd move your fingers up in this manner, kind of rotate them around like this.
Okay.
And what would end up happening is you'd start to pick up out of the corner of your eyes your fingers moving, okay? So it moves your vision from foveal vision to peripheral vision, and that's called the trainer state. It induces a light trance state. It cuts down negative self-talk, so you're no longer talking to yourself, and it puts your awareness out into the audience because you start to detect their subtle movement out of the corner of your eye. Okay. So it's a really good technique to do before you get up and speak to a crowd. After you do this technique a few times, you can naturally go into peripheral vision on your own. So if you want to do it at home, folks, all you got to do is concentrate in on a spot in front of you, move your fingers out like this, be aware of your fingers moving in the corner of your eye, and guess what? You'll go into peripheral vision. It puts your awareness outside of you.
And it's obviously a good tool for you to keep in touch and be more in contact with your audience at that point, correct? Absolutely.
So you're aware of subtle movements in the audience. A group of people will shift together. You'll be aware of that. So you'll once again be outside of yourself and be more aware of your audience.
So I know that this is only our second event, but I was actually hoping to get some feedback from you in terms of what you thought about the Global Renaissance, and more in particular, what you think about 7D Health and basically what we're trying to do.
I love 7D Health. There's a change in consciousness in the planet right now. People are open and interested in complementary medicine, and I think that this is the time to capture the consciousness of the planet and work together as one to kind of transcend and move towards our goals.
Okay. So I know for hypnosis, how did you exactly get into all of this? I mean, how did this kind of come to be? And the other part to that is, what would you have liked to have seen when you were growing up, when you were actually going to school? Because I think only now these type of different, techniques are only now coming to be, integrated into traditional schooling.
Right. Well, I studied the martial arts for a long time, so meditation, visualization, self-hypnosis, they're all very much interrelated. When I look back on the education that I had growing up, one technique that I wish I'd learned was something called state-dependent learning. So state-dependent learning is basically this. When you study a piece of information and you go to recall that piece of information, you want to be in the same state. So oftentimes students will be in a relaxed state when they study information, and then when they go and recall that information in the final exam, they're in a stress state, right?
Okay.
So with hypnosis, it teaches you how to regulate your state. So it teaches you how, through deep breathing, to relax yourself before you study, and relax yourself, most importantly, before you take the exam. So if I had learned that, it would have helped me out a lot more.
Straight A student at that point.
Exactly.
So I guess this brings me to my last question quite nicely, in that, what do you love most about hypnosis?
I like the broad range in the field. So hypnosis is great for smoking cessation, weight loss, stress management, post-traumatic stress disorder. I love the fact that it's so versatile and there's so much information that is within the subject itself. So it's got such a vast and broad range.
All right, well, thank you very much, Asad. It's always a pleasure to see you, and actually I'm hoping to see you furthermore this 2012 year and even for 2013. So thanks again.
Pleasure's mine. Thanks, Nirvana.